Hey, hey, hey! Julia here with Be Well Fitness, your movement facilitator. So I use these classical exercises for glute strengthening, and a lot of times when people feeling some discomfort in the lower back, or sometimes it might be feet, sometimes it might be hips. So these are great glute exercises to play with and see where you can benefit in your body. So the classical one is the clamshell. So you can place your resistance band above the knees. Okay. And then you're just gonna lie down. So you can definitely use a pillow or a block for your head if you'd like. So just to start here, so you want to maintain the axis of your torso. So basically you don't want to be arched here, or you don't want to be pushed back too much. So you also want to feel the bony part of your bottom hip. So you know you're at the center of your hip. Okay. And then from here, a lot of times what I notice, people kind of hike up the hip here. So you want to start by just pulling the hip away, so lengthening the torso. We're going to have the feet together, and we're going to try to open the clamshell and press against the resistance band. So you're kind of lifting up and opening it out at the same time. So you want to feel some burning sensation here. All right. Again, just some common pitfalls, what I see. One of the probably main one, sometimes people go for a big range of motion and they kind of do this. So as you can see, I'm just kind of rocking back. So if you're the person who doesn't have quite a bit of awareness of your body, you can definitely move against the wall. Okay. So just somewhere here. All right. And then in that position, you won't have any room to move back. So here you're stuck. Okay, and then you'll definitely have to work your glutes and your core too. So you're going to press your whole torso against the wall. So that makes it much harder. Okay. So, and again, if you also don't feel it here, there's going to be your few things to check. So is my hip hiked up, right? Or am I just moving back? Or there might be something else. All right, so this is one move, which is, again, classical. So especially for the lower back, there's actually research has been done, and these are the 3 moves that I'm showing today in this video that have been researched with some positive results. I'm going to try to link that research in the video, in the notes. So the next one is my favorite, single leg bridge. I have it a lot in my videos, and I always play with single leg possibilities, which is always great. So again, if you're the person who has the head kind of there and have lots of room, so you may want to place something, maybe not that big, under your head, so that it's going to help you to create your rib cage down into the floor a little bit. Okay. So if you're comfortable with 2-legged bridge, great. We're just going to progress to a single leg bridge. So take your 360-degree breath, inhale and exhale. Okay, and then from here, you're gonna bring your right leg out. You're gonna press through your left heel and you're gonna lift and down. And again, press and down. So the main idea, you don't want to do anything by pushing your ribs up and using the back. So if you quite not feel in your glute, like in my left glute, so play a little bit with your foot positioning. So you have to kind of figure it out maybe on your own. So maybe bringing your foot away from you just a little bit. So see if that gives you more work into your glute. And what we're also doing here is maintaining the level pelvis. That's the work that needs to happen. So it's not this, right? So as I'm lifting, I'm really pressing through this left glute to maintain my level pelvis. Sometimes it helps if you just turn your foot a little bit out, okay? And maybe connect with your outer heel a little bit more. And just play with those possibilities. So I'm going to do it on my right side now, so to make it even. And if you feel your right and left side different, it's quite normal. Sometimes I advise my clients to kind of learn from your good side, so to speak. So if you feel one side is just like, yes, this is exactly how it should be done, then try to let that side teach your other side that is quite challenging maybe for today. All right, so this is our second move. And the third one is going to be on your hands and knees. So, and this is again requires core stability, so you can stabilize the spine. Okay, so you're not like here arched too much, or you're not rounded to begin with, so you know where your neutral or stable spine is. And then again, it's a single leg work. So we probably need something here to perhaps remind you that your pelvis has to stay stable. And then I'm gonna stay centered or maintain my center as much as I can. So lots of core work. As I'm gonna lift my other leg off the floor, and I'm gonna use my right butt cheek, my glute, right glute, to keep that lift. And then bring it down. And lift it up. And bring it down. So am I losing it? Okay, now I'm gonna do without it. So with the left. So again, I'm stabilizing my torso through the core engagement. And instead of shifting to the side, so right, I am really trying to stay centered. So if you want to shift to the right, actually shift to the right, left. So you'll be using that right side of the glute to stabilize you, to maintain that center. And we're gonna bring that left up and down, up and down, up and down. All right, well, so how many of them can you do? I always like to do this type of accessory exercises before strength training. I like to have at least 2 sets of 10, and I always like to do them up and down dynamically and hold. So kind of depending on the exercise you're doing, but pretty much all of them you can hold for a few seconds, maybe like from 10 to 30. And after that, you should be all good to go and do your strength training routine and see how it all feels. Also, glutes are always a great part for your lower back relief or for your lower back regimen that perhaps you want to incorporate into your everyday movement practice. So this is Julia, and these are your 3 classical popular moves for glute strength and to free up your lower back. Be Well Fitness.